guys, what's up? Who Hit You podcast, and by now everyone has seen it 5,000 times at least.
My
I have.
God.
I can't stop watching
What
it.
the fuck?
How many
was that?
times have I heard the smack of Gordon Ryan hitting Andre Galvao? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I don't know.
Andre
if you
Galvao getting bitch slapped. Jesus.
That's exactly what happened, and he didn't. So set the scene. So I actually didn't know the scene when I first saw the clip. Actually,
So there's been like a lot of back and forth between Atos and Gordon Ryan. I don't think that Gordon Ryan really particularly started a lot of this. Atos has just kind of been talking shit. Brazilians in general don't like Gordon Ryan. He's young, he's flashy, he's good. Arguably one of the best no-gi champions that we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the champion of this current generation.
Right,
He is
yeah.
He is no-gi jiu-jitsu right now. Brazilians don't like him. Atos doesn't like him. It started when Gordon beat Hulk, Lucas Barbosa.
That's when it started.
Yeah, or Hulk. I think it's Barbosa. I know it's Lucas.
Yeah.
But
it's Barbosa. Yeah.
he beat him. He's beat a handful of their students. At some point, Gordon goes up to hey Galvao, if I'd love to go, I want to compete against you, and in a respectful way. And
the first time he was respectful. So when
first time he was respectful.
But this was at the time when it was he asked you put up 10 grand of your money, I put up 10 grand of my money.
Well, so no. Before that, it was Galvao said he was retired, and then it was I'm not really fighting, and then people started talking shit. Then it started getting crazy, and at some point it was, hey, I'll fight for $1 million or some ridiculous number like that. Galvao saying, and Gordon Ryan's that's ridiculous. If you want to fight, we can do this, but why are you putting that outrageous number on it? And then at some point, Gordon Ryan's I'll put up my own.
I don't want to fight.
Yeah,
that's saying.
It's bro, you come up with this ridiculous rule so that we don't actually have to do it. And then he puts up some of his own money, and then says some ridiculous stuff I'll let you start in mount. Money can go to charity. It's just they've. At this point, there's a lot of shit talking online, back and forth. I don't think that Gordon started it, but if you're gonna come at him, Gordon, then you flip the switch.
Yeah, he definitely rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah, he's young.
I can see how he rubs people the wrong way too, but he always does back up his stuff, and then on the mats, and around that area, he's always professional.
Always professional on the mats. Wins. Always plays the wins, always going for the submission. He doesn't play this I'm just trying to not lose.
No.
He does jiu-jitsu. He comes out here and says, I'm the best. I will challenge anybody. And that's really how it started, is that people were giving him shit saying, you're not the best. He's saying, I am the best. I will challenge anybody and everyone that wants to challenge me. And then basically he started calling people out, hey, you. They say, Andre Galvao, you're the best jiu-jitsu person right now. Then I need to beat you then. So do you want to go against me?
Right.
And that's what Galvao was oh, I'm kind of retired. I'm not really in the game anymore. And then it's but I would whoop your ass. Or yeah, but I would beat you. And so this
Which
is all
fine. Which is fine. This
a lot
online
of bullshit.
Flirting.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. And whatever, right? But so this weekend, he is fighting Roberto Jimenez.
Yeah.
Amazing jiu-jitsu. Great up-and-comer kid. Great match. Hurts his arm a little. Match goes off without a hitch, but it's ending.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gordon gets the mic and he starts talking, and I think he might have taken a shot at Galvao there.
Well, so what started the night off is that Craig Jones is going against Ronaldo, who's a new black belt under Atos, and kind of the new up-and-comer for Atos. He's going against Craig Jones. Before that, because Craig Jones is the main event, Gordon's going up against Roberto Jimenez, puts on an amazing show, calls out how he's going to tap him, and then does it. And then at some point between...
That's so Kobe Hickson. That's...
Yeah. At some point between the end of that and the action interaction, or a backstage fight, he goes to shake Galvao's hand, and Galvao just flicks him off right in his face. And on the mats there, everybody can see it. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the start of the night, of the bullshit.
Okay, so then in my eyes, just looking at it right there, you've disrespected me.
In front of the world.
In front of everybody. But it's not enough to do anything about... it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And I can even understand that. Like, okay, I'm going to try to be the bigger man. I'm going to try to shake your hand. You say no, but you know what?
You say, fuck you.
We kind of we don't like each other, so like it's
fine.
cool. I'm just
that's
gonna
fine.
whatever.
You say fuck me, then that's fine. Whatever, right? But he leaves, but he keeps badgering him like the drunk parent at a child's baseball game in the stands.
Get him!
Yeah.
Yeah, it just.
You want to pay some money? Yeah, that's exact. Like
he keeps talking shit.
Badgering.
I mean, are we get the next thing I see is
the next thing on tape, yeah.
The next thing on tape is Galvo's there and he's talking shit to Ryan. Ryan's walking away, and then Galvo calls him a pussy and starts talking shit. Keeps walking after. I mean, at this point, Gordon Ryan's just walking back there, and here Galvo is after flicking you off. I'm just walking behind you, talking shit to you. Calls him a pussy. Ryan turns around.
No one's really back there though.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 other people.
And it's so weird. It's like a movie setting because the hallway's dark. There's not a lot of people. Even though it's indoors, it looked like a back alley.
They're in an event.
You know that? Like
they're in an event center, so it's like the garage or like some like loading dock area in between.
It looked like there was carpet on the ground.
Well, the carpet on the ground's like to the here's our one hall, and then here's the next hall or whatever. But he talks shit to Gordon Ryan. Gordon Ryan turns around, comes up to Galvo. Galvo pushes Ryan.
And then it's basically like, I know you're a trained fighter, so if you touch me, it's on. I know who you are.
For sure.
Right? I already know what you're capable. So if you touch me, it's on. But he holds it together and just like, okay, it's a push, it's not enough. I'm going to make him do something more.
So this is where it gets really crazy and ridiculous. Woo! So then Gordon Ryan just slaps the fuck out of Galvo.
He turns his hand over.
The elbow up.
We all hear it.
Yeah, loud.
And that's where it got that was the crazy part. Not the slap. It was like,
and that is the end of Andre Galvo's legacy. At that moment,
it looked like he got rocked a little bit because he stumbled a little.
Yeah, he kind of like stumbles back.
Fight or flight.
Definitely shocked.
And he didn't go fight on it. And that's just the most shocking thing of it, is that he didn't fight him right there.
Didn't fight him right there, and then he's just kind of like,
or just out of reaction, didn't engage, didn't.
He just
even
took
if
the
you
hit.
weren't gonna fight,
he just took the fucking hit.
If you got smacked, you engage, you tie him up. You know jujitsu.
He just took.
Don't let him smack you again.
He just took the hit,
but he didn't engage him at all,
and just stood there. He just didn't do anything. He didn't do jujitsu. You're supposed to be the best active jujitsu in the world right now.
Yeah,
so say you. Man. And you don't do jujitsu when you just got hit.
And I'm sure this will rub people the wrong way then, but then it makes a difference, man. Like, no, I can tell no one was around back there. You started it, and then when it came to it, you didn't do anything. And you're the leader of a group of dogs,
one of the best jiu-jitsu
how
teams
are they
ever.
Gonna follow you?
Yeah,
feeling the same way. Like, man,
I can't believe that. Like, I'm there. It's me and you. And you slap me, and I don't do a damn.
My adrenaline's running.
How do you not defend yourself? You just got slapped. You just got hit.
You touched my face.
And then the worst part. The worst part. He doesn't do shit and gets slapped again. This time you don't see it, but it's just as loud.
You definitely hear it.
Yeah.
It's like it's pulling away. So who is this camera guy? Who is this camera guy? Why do you turn away then? Were you like afraid to tape or something? Like,
yeah, he kind of like.
He's like, I'm just walking by, and I'm gonna snipe this video real quick and like keep walking.
And Ryan's just like, he's doing the like you push me, I slap you, and then it's a very clear like, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna do anything about it? And then it's like you can see that Galvo's not doing a damn thing about it. He starts walking away, and then Galvo keeps going after him and keeps walking after him. So then Ryan basically has to tell him again, like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
And slaps him again.
No. Nah, he's not saying get the fuck away from me. When he slaps him, he's saying do something. He's saying do something.
For sure.
What can you do? Like, can we fight now? That's all he's saying. But to me, I was not a Gordon fan that much before this. Of his jiu-jitsu, yes, but
his personality
it rubs me the wrong way, but this made me like him more. And people don't get it. He trained probably 6 weeks for this fight. He's in a mode to compete super hard, go out, smoke this guy. He's the best dude around. So he also now has like enormous ego. Rightly so.
He hasn't lost in years.
Rightly so. He's climbing into the GOAT conversation. And now this dude is badgering you, and I'm just competed and everything. And I've been trying to fight him. I've been asking. I'll say I'll pay money. I'll put it up. Let's fight. He won't fight.
Like, there's not an organization in the world that wouldn't put that up.
Now you touched me finally. It's like let's go. And
well, we all got the answer.
Man,
we all know what's gonna happen.
Man, it's so crazy.
But
then and that's the worst part, because now when the cameras were on, the lights were there was tons of people around. Now he came back. He's talking a lot. He wants to say something. Bro, you got slapped twice. You want to talk during his interview? Gabby Garcia is your bodyguard. You got China coming out.
You know what's really, like, what I noticed too is in that moment, like, Gordon Ryan's just walking away at that point and just being very clear, like, this is over, like I ended that a long time ago. But what gets me
I slapped you in
twice,
your face.
that you didn't do shit about it. What do you say? I slapped you in your mouth and you didn't do shit
about it.
Yeah. But there's a point where he keeps talking shit. Gordon Ryan's trying to do his interview, and then he's just like right there talking shit, and then he gets up again, and you can see Gordon's like at this point
wants to fight.
He's
so mad.
Angry because it's like
so
what,
mad.
like you keep talking shit, but you're not doing anything about it. And so what I noticed there is Galvão is still backpedaling.
Yes,
and like stay away from me, stay away from me.
People around, because that's true, because Gordon was coming through. Did you see?
Like, what was he trying to do? I just want to talk to you at this point.
I just want to scold you.
Yeah. I want you to respect me. Like,
yeah.
Hey, you're not supposed to do that. Like,
So Danaher was in there also. Did
so
you see
creepy. This
he
weird,
looking like Master Splinter
yeah.
in between. He was just standing like Master Splinter in between.
With the dead face, like a zombie.
The best was if you watched the whole time.
Also, why is he wearing a beanie indoors like that?
That's what he does.
A beanie rash guard, and a fanny pack.
That I'm pretty sure that's what he
kicks.
sleeps in. That's what Danaher sleeps in. But he never stopped Gordon. Did you see that? He only stepped to Galvão and stopped the space Galvão, which was tight. Also,
I thought that was pretty cool too. I thought at no point did he tell Gordon, "Don't do that." He knew like there's a reason, like something happened. There's a reason why he's upset. I'm not trying to get in that way. I just don't want you to get hurt, so I'm keeping you back.
So like this is what I'm talking about. That is like realness, right? Let's say the commentator Shanji would not verify or not verify.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't hear anyone get smacked. I mean, I heard something. I didn't see anything though.
Gordon,
I don't think nobody got smacked.
They're here.
So there's no snitching. Everyone is real around there. And when you were in a corner by yourself, you weren't real, but everyone saw it, and that's the whole problem here. And like, we have a problem with that is because when we deal with people who don't train, don't do these things, like they talk and they do all these things, but when it comes down to it, they're not real, and it bothers all of us, and we don't do anything about it. But amongst us, we don't do that with each other because we know it's real. We should just fight. But we saw one of our own do that, who's supposed to be a leader, and it got real, and he didn't act like he knew how to defend himself, and he didn't. It didn't do the that's the least. Know how to defend yourself. But you're supposed to be the leader. You didn't engage.
Man, this one hurts so bad for me because I like Galvão. Yeah. I love his jiu-jitsu. He was one of my favorites that I've always watched a lot of his stuff. And to see him like get slapped like that and then just not react at all. Like, you got slapped so bad. It's so embarrassing. I feel so like that secondhand embarrassment from it. Like, I feel like here's this.
I'm mad.
Yeah, like
I'm upset. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're supposed to be this great.
You started all this shit.
Like 101. We teach the kids stuff. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Defend your face.
He threw a punch. Close the distance.
And
do
then we
jiu-jitsu.
All saw he did this low hand down here. Like,
you know,
and that's why he got smacked again.
You know, and it helps me remember. It helps me realize that like we're lucky enough that we come from like our BJJ lineage. Like they do focus a lot on self-defense. They take that stuff seriously. They take the lessons seriously. It's part of the philosophy. It's part of the jiu-jitsu. And so like our mindset is like that is a critical pillar.
Right, like this is the
like you're supposed to be a world-class black belt, and like you didn't do jiu-jitsu.
You didn't protect yourself
at all.
You didn't protect yourself. That bothers me a lot too. It bothers me a lot. Like for you, so you're saying it hurts for me, man. For me, but that's what I wonder. Like, what does this academy?
And he
do?
looked like such a bitch. God damn.
Man, when he started all that shit, dude. He started all that shit.
I just don't understand how some man slaps you in the face and you don't defend yourself.
Because the thing is, if he fought, let's say he lost, got his leg ripped off or something. I mean, no respect lost. I don't care if you win or lose that fight. Honestly, like that's fine. Like, and honestly, I don't think anyone would have really gotten hurt. They would have thrown some close punches. They would have just tied up with each other for 30 seconds. Nothing would have happened. People would have came and broke it up, right? But in this case, he just turned it over on you. Well, I also don't get it. He looks so embarrassing. You got smacked twice, but you keep talking. People know you got smacked twice.
Like, yeah, like, what are you doing?
Shut up.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
shut up.
Like, what was the point of him following him around? Like, after there, like, none of his people, like, stood up and with him. None of his people, like, they were just trying to, like, I don't know what to do here because, like, our alpha's getting, like, just straight up Achilles, just like, ah.
Why? Oh, my God. Just hectored on the battlefield. No, man, I don't know what to, like.
It's fucked up, man.
I mean, we'll have to hear his side. He will have to address this.
So here's another thing, though.
He will have to address this.
I think in general, it's a bad look for jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yes.
It's a bad look for jiu-jitsu. And here's why. I understand Gordon Ryan doing what he did. I understand why he did it. I think it's also a bad look that, like, you're supposed to be the jiu-jitsu champion and like if you're like even if you don't want to be a role model, like you're saying you're the best, like it comes with a lot of weight. And I think seeing Tom Brady punch somebody anywhere, seeing BJ Penn fighting in a club, like seeing whoever you think is great doing something that is like it has a negative look to it, like it's bad for the look. It's a bad look. I understand why he did it. And I think that, like, I respect or understand or respect the idea that you decided, hey, he's crossed the line. I'm turning back and I'm going to approach him. And I understand that me approaching him has escalated in some way.
Yeah. I mean, just break down. You know how well he's trained. He's in multiple world time championship. Creates world championships. It's just a kitchen. He's just cooking up world champions, right? Now, he goes in there. You know how to fight amazing, and you choose to push him. So what's the goal?
Yeah.
What's the goal?
What are you trying to do
I'm trying
here?
to rile him up to make him do something and look bad? Like, we know how to fight. Like, I know what I'm going to do if I'm going to put my hands on someone. Instead, I just shove him. Like, this could just be him. It's just him trying to instigate. And that's what it looks like because you just come back talking shit. You need to have respect. You need... turns to Danaher, gives them corners and I respect you or whatever.
And that's the same thing.
Danaher's just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what Gordon Ryan's yelling the whole time. Like, then do something. Then,
yes.
Then what are you doing? Then do something. Like I did this. You didn't do anything about it. Now you're still here.
This is like if Conor talked all that shit and then wouldn't fight.
Yeah, and it's like, nah, I'm good. Actually,
like if Diaz open hand smacked him and he wouldn't fight.
How could you, like, what is the mats feel like the next day?
I don't know.
The first time he walks in on the mats with all his black belts, like, you think everybody's just, like, that's going to feel so
I want to know.
awkward.
That's a good question for the people. What do you think the mats would feel like? For us, I would feel weakness from the leadership position.
Yeah,
I don't know how everyone else would feel, and I want to hear.
You saw your instructor get slapped twice and he didn't do shit. You can't respect that man. You don't.
And it's a weird spot to be in because none of the students can really beat Gordon. So, like, you can call out Gordon, but what's the use of calling him out when Galvao was in the wrong? He started everything.
Yeah, he flicked him off. So he followed him. He pushed him. He put hands on Ryan first. He kept talking shit. Ryan was walking away.
Yeah.
So here's one thing. Ryan was walking past him from the start of the video. You kept following, you are instigating at this point. So then you're escalating. You're making this worse for you. What is your goal here? And you know what it looks like to me. Here's a guy that's been on the top for a while, multi-millionaire, leader of his team. He's probably not used to a lot of people saying no to him. He's probably not used to people questioning him. He's surrounded by a bunch of yes men, yeah. And like, because they all respect him. I mean, we know what it's like. Like our instructor, like we hold him in like on this kind of pedestal. Like there's a respect factor. That is my sensei. That is my instructor. That is my professor. Like,
but they have to match it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And feels like someone that's like, I haven't been told no in a long time, and
I don't know what it was, man.
But like he comes out of him and he gets in his face it's like he didn't expect Ryan to do anything about it.
Oh, he definitely didn't expect
and
that.
When he did, he was like, "What are you doing? That's not part of that's not part of the script."
Yeah.
And then we're off script and he doesn't know what to do because it never goes that far.
I don't know, man. I don't know what I would do. My guess, we see some exoduses from Atos unless he has a great explanation.
I mean, Keenan's already left the academy and is like 2-3 blocks down from them and doing their own thing.
If anyone has beef with Galvao right now, you're gonna hear about it, or people are gonna come for him because he's lost any status. They're gonna want to fight.
I mean, yeah, the what is it?
He doesn't instill any fear. There's no fear of danger.
The alpha male and the pride of lions. Like he fought the young lion and he got his ass whipped, and it's like
everyone's like, what?
It's like, hey, I think that's it. It's over. He's not in charge anymore, right?
Dude, if he was young, that's how dudes lose their girlfriends.
Getting bitch slapped twice like that. I just don't see how you don't respond to that. I've been thinking about this for days. Like I wouldn't even have time to think. You hit me, I need to defend myself at the very least. My body is just going to react because we do jiu-jitsu. I see you get that close to me automatically, like distance control. Hands are coming up. Hey, you're not even allowed to get that close to me. And you push them away and you have your hands down. Like,
dude, Moose just ended the video.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ended the fucking video.
He just Gordon Ryan'd us with the fucking fart slap. Jesus Christ.
All right, tell us what you think. Who was right? Who was wrong? Can Galvao recover?
Oh my God.